compose and alter pieces of music, and making it very easy to enter music and very easy to compose.
OK, let's load your music program.
OK.
Right, it's loaded up now. The program's called, quite clearly, the Music System.
That's correct, the Music System by Firebird Software. It's a system that comprises of 6 main modules, and one of the most important ones of these is the editor module, which is now loading from the disk drive. It takes a few seconds. It'll be ready. It's ready now. We're presented with one of 3 blank voices that are available for recording in the Commodore 64's hardware.
Right.
And what we can do is we can tell the computer to use its internal synthesizers to play certain notes with certain waveforms, certain sounds, different sort of noises.
Right.
Okay, so let's put in something, let's put in a C, a nice easy key. That's entered a C in there.
It's my key, certainly, C.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, that's lucky then, because you could probably sing along.
Oh, perish the thought.
Okay, let's put a half note, an octave up.
Right.
Put 2 of those in.
So it actually happens just like real music.
It's just like writing on a piece of manuscript paper, except you've got the added advantages of all word processing facilities. You can do all the things with music that you normally do with a word processor. You can select blocks, perform functions on those blocks, repeat them, cut and paste them, move them around, change the keys, change the octaves, change the envelopes. The whole thing becomes very easy, and what's more, you don't need a pencil and a rubber because you can do everything on the screen.
It actually teaches you how to write music too, because it prints out the names of the notes and what have you.
Very much so. And what's happened is that we've managed to program in a good 99% of all music theory laws into the program, so that if you try and do something that music theory says you can't do or you shouldn't be able to do, it'll tell you there's something wrong and you shouldn't be doing that. It will give you the option of doing it, because some people want to do strange things that music theory can't cope with. It's great from an educational point of view. You don't need to be able to read music. You very quickly pick it up.
OK, bang something in then. We've talked enough about it. Let's see it work.
Right, let's put another...
It's actually...
So what it's done, you can see it's put an automatic bar line in. We're in 4/4 time, and it's counted the number of notes. That's 3 whole notes and 2 half notes. That's 4 notes, which has put the bar line in the right place. We can now listen to that little bar.
It actually helps you write. Right.
So we can go back again and listen. Okay, and it scrolls through. Now we like that, okay? Let's call that the basis of our bass line. We can allocate that to a block and paste that piece of music to the next bar and the next bar and the next bar. So we don't have to keep entering the same notes in and out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So we can just set this up very quickly. Okay, that's allocated this block now. We're performing our operations on that block. So we use our pull-down menu to select the facility that we want. We want to copy that section into our electronic notepad. That's done. We now want to copy it from our electronic notepad back onto the stage.
Right.
And now we've got...
You've got 2 bars of the same thing.
Run that.
Right.
OK, well, we'll leave that for the time being, and we'll go on to another track just to give you a demonstration.
All right.
So we'll go on to track 2. See, you can see track 1 has got a few little notes. Now we've got this bar meter device to give you an idea of how full the tracks are.
So that tells you of each of the 3 voices what you've got on each, or how much room you've got left.
And now at the moment we're on track 2.
Right.
But we haven't got anything in there yet. Right. So let's put something in. What note goes with C nicely?
F.
OK, let's put an F in then. There's an F, OK? That's what it sounds like. Let's do octaves of F.
Mm-hmm. So you're just going between the high and the low F now, right?
Yep.
So it's a good job I have a very basic understanding of music.
Although, as you can see, you don't really need it. Because actually you don't need to know what notes they are. You can always hear if it sounds nice or not. And you don't need to be able to read music to tell if something sounds awful.
Mm-hmm.
We can just listen to that one.
Play that.
OK, now we can play the 2 together. OK, now we'll go to voice 3 and put a little twiddly bit on top there. It's going a really high range, nice short note.
So you can write a piece of music in 3 parts. For instance,
3 parts.
You can have like your bass line, you can have your melody and a harmony on right on top as well. All right, Tom, show us like the whole thing in operation to its best ability. OK,
so we've programmed something in now. We can just rewind our counter back to the beginning, and we can now play the 3 voices that we've programmed in. And this is a breakdance tune that we put in just to show a few pop sounds.
Right.
Here we go then.
Oh yes, archetypal breakdance music.
Absolutely. You can hear all the different voices, all the different sounds that you've assigned to each note.
Uh-huh.
And this was very easy to put in.
Really?
It only took a couple of hours.
Can we now put anything on top of that, or is that to its maximum?
That's using all three voices.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to, we could fill up two voices and have you playing along on the keys here,
Yeah.
representing this piano keyboard
I
on the top row
see.
keys here, and you could play your little melody along or put your own melody on top.
Oh.
But there are three voices, so you can have two pre-programmed in one for yourself or use each one individually.
So presumably if you've got your own home computer and disk drive and monitor at home, all you need is actually the program.
That's all you need, just a floppy disk, bang it in and away you go.
And you've actually got like an instant music computer that's very nearly like a Fairlight, the more sophisticated studio computers.
There are a lot of people who say that the compositional abilities of this £40 worth of program are in fact better than 20 grand's worth of Fairlight Music Composer, although you haven't got the sound capabilities, but from a compositional point of view, it's actually more effective and more versatile.
So you could effectively go off with this and sort of write something and have a massive hit with it.
That's what I intend to do.
I'm sure it's been done already.
Hmm.